there, friends. Welcome to our first ever virtual Sunday school lesson. Today we're talking about creation, how God created this entire world. And you know what? That includes you and me too. So stick around to be reminded how amazing our God is. It's test time! Before we get started today, I want to ask you, do you remember what was made on each day of creation? Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can fill in all the blanks. Before I give you any answers, we're going to go ahead and listen to Mr. Kurt read the Bible story for today. Let's see how you did.
Hi, welcome to Kurt's Corner. Today's lesson is on creation. Creation comes from the book of Genesis, the first chapter. On day one, God said, "Let's make light." God called the light day and the darkness night. God made it, and it was good. On day two, God said, "Let's make the skies over the waters." God made it, and it was good. On day three, God said, "Let's make the dry ground appear out of the waters." God called the dry ground land, and he called the waters ocean. Then God said, "Let's make plants and trees and flowers for the land." God made it, and it was good. On day four, God said, "Let's make the sun and the moon and the stars." God made it, and it was good. On day five, God said, "Let's make fish and sea animals to live in the water. Let's make birds to fly in the sky." God made it, and it was good. On day six, God said, "Let's make animals to live on the land." Then God said, "Let's make people in a special way." First, God made man, and then God made woman. The names of the first people were Adam and Eve. God put them in a beautiful garden and told them to take care of it. God made it, and it was good. On day seven, God rested. He was all finished making the world. God made it, and it was good. And God blessed this day and made it a special day to worship him.
So, how did you do? On day one, God made light, and he created day and night. On day two, he made the sky and the ocean. On day three, he made land and trees and plants. On day four, he made the sun, moon, and stars. And on day five, he created fish and birds and sea creatures. And on day six, he made Adam and Eve, and he created animals. On day seven, God rested. And you know what he said? It was good. Isn't that amazing? I mean, God went from having nothing to making everything. Guys, I promise that this was no accident. Some people believe that it came from a big explosion, the Big Bang Theory. Or some people think that it just happened by random chance. I assure you that this was no accident. God making the world was no accident. God making you was no accident. It was all part of his big plan. And we know several things about God because of what he did in creation. We know that God is very orderly. I mean, we see that in the first 3 days and how he created things on the last 3 days to put in those first 3 days. God is very creative. He has made things that I could never dream of. I'm sure you've seen animals and plants like that. They look so weird. But God made it and had purpose for it. God also is very loving. He has made this creation, this world, for you to live in. He takes care of it and he provides for us. And he does that because he loves you. He loves you so much. so we can be thankful for the world that God has provided for us. For all of the plants and trees and animals, the ones that we recognize and the ones that look super weird. God made them with a purpose, and He made you for a purpose too. So now I want you to take some time to think about some questions. I'm going to put up some screens with questions on them, and take a moment to think about how creation, the whole creation story, really impacts your life. And think about the questions that you might have about it. Our memory verse for this week is Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. I encourage you to take that to heart this week. Try and memorize it. And be reminded of how amazing our God is. Go outside, enjoy this beautiful creation He has given you. And I give you this challenge. When you go outside, try to point something out and try to remember what day it was created on. There is a link to a song for this video. I encourage you to go check that out. And we will see you back here on Sunday. So until then, you take care. We'll see you later.